doe.
Yeah. Man, that is cool looking. It's a spike, I think.
Is it good?
I think. Nope, it's not. It's a doe. No, it's maybe a button.
Alright folks, welcome back to another episode of Local Boys Outdoors. Today we're back into the trapping side of it. I want you folks to watch this video. Put your cell phones down. Pay attention to these boys. They young guns, but man, they know what's going on. They know how to do it. You learn more from these two kids right here than any book or anything else, because they've lived it, they've learned it, and they know what they're doing. So with that being said, I'm on an evening hunt here for a doe in Virginia. The late doe season is in. The regular season's passed. I'm going to hope to put a few does down. I'm helping my herd by doing that, and hope to pick up enough off of these videos and talking to Ethan personally to start doing some trapping maybe next year. I'm going to start accumulating some stuff myself. So you people enjoy this video. This is part 2. I don't know how many we're going to do. We're going to do them till Ethan says stop. So y'all enjoy it. These boys work their tail off. Enjoy, and I hope you learned something. Local Boys Outdoors coming right to you.
Alright, day after Christmas, we ran out of memory card storage while we were washing our stuff, but we set 3 traps down there in the creek bottom. So right now we're pulling into a spot. This is my absolute most favorite place to trap. Other than behind our house, this was the first place when I first started trapping like 10 or 12 years ago that I trapped other than our home farm. It's like 2 miles down the road, but it is, or used to be, 8 slap up with coyotes. So there was a change of ownership there about 3 or 4 years ago, right when I kind of quit trapping like crazy. And new owner's a nice guy. We just had never met him, so we finally met him in the last year or 2, and he's tickled to death to have us trap some coyotes. So we're coming back into somewhere I used to love to trap. It's kind of nostalgic because it's cut my teeth here, and I have caught as many as 15, 16 coyotes on this farm in like 10 days. So that's exactly what we've got, is 10 days. So if it's as good as it used to be, may really have a good week here. But Grayson's gonna video me make this first set. So we're going down a driveway to a summer home. The people aren't here. I'm literally gonna make a set on the side of a gravel road. I've caught probably a dozen coyotes here before in the past. I would obviously never do this if it was a road that wasn't private. This is a private driveway behind a locked gate. I would never do this on a gravel road because it's not legal. I would also never do it on a private road that was legal if I knew people walked their dogs or whatever. But here, I know I'm good. Nobody will be in here. And it's a pretty neat set. It's literally a trap like 8 inches outside of my tire tracks where we'll be driving every morning to come check them. But it's pretty neat to roll down in here and have a coyote on your way in. I actually learned this little location when I was trapping here as a kid. It snowed like an inch one night, and there had been 3 coyotes come down this driveway. Coyote tracks all over the driveway in the snow. So that's how I started setting it, and I've caught a pile of coyotes here. And this place is actually, for whatever reason, got a really strong blonde gene. So like, it used to be like half the coyotes I caught were blonde. So we'll see if that's still the case. We'll get Grayson to video this little flat set, and then we're going, it's 100 acres, so we're going to put probably a dozen traps in here. Hopefully it's as good as it used to be. We'll see. Alright, so I'm a scent control freak. I've talked about it in a bunch of these videos, but we've got little rules that we follow. So you see us just wash all this stuff. When you're barehanded, we only touch the handles. If we've got gloves on, we touch the side. It's just another way that we control our scent the best we can. Alright, so you've literally got a private gravel driveway coming up through a steep hillside, and it's just a path of least resistance. Good spot for animal to run. This driveway is not used much at all. People that own it come up 4 or 5 times a year, and that's about it. So all I'm gonna do, right here's my tire track mark. I'm literally gonna come a foot outside of it, make just a little mound with these leaves and pine needles, and make a flat set. So I'll have a little mound on the back side, a little mound on the front side of the trap. The trap's gonna be right here, and I'm gonna blend it in where you can't even tell it's here. So on this set I'm using an MB650. They're just a little bigger coyote trap. They're a lot stouter than like the 550s you've seen us using, and they kind of make me nervous anywhere that there might be pets. I know there's not going to be pets here. We're a long ways from anybody's house, long ways from, well, they also make me nervous setting. We're a long ways from pets, houses, everything. Like I said, it's 100 acres, but we're probably a half mile or more from any houses. Another reason I don't have many 650s, they're a pain to set. But I'm using it on this set because it's a flat set without much guiding. It just gives more of an area for them to put their foot on. Alright. I feel like a kid again setting traps right here. This is literally my favorite spot, and I haven't trapped it in, I can't remember, it may have been 6 or 8 years. It's been a long time. I'm as hard as a brick here. This is going to be a really inconspicuous set. Not much, not flashy at all. So a 650 does not have a loose jaw. It's hooked on both sides. So it's a little more difficult. You got to get your rock on the back side just in the perfect spot to keep from making it wobbly. I drove it too far. Try that. There we go. Alright. And we get to start again. This thing's super light. See me get caught right here trying to make this set. Alright, apparently there is some wax on the trigger of this because that is way lighter than it should be. So I'm going to take a rock right here where the little notch is and scrape some of the wax off. That's the whole reason you wax your traps, is to scent proof them and also to lubricate them where they're quicker, more crisp. But this one had a gob of wax in the notch, which made it super touchy. See if that's any better. Same thing, different trap on the bedding. Dirt all the way around. Pack it, pack it, pack it. Solid. The trap is not even budging. Alright. You really want this set flat and just easy to, the idea is coyote be running up or down this road, smell something, just veer off the road. It's not necessarily a set for them to dig to try to get food or anything. It's just all I want them to do is walk through this little trail I'm about to make and either cock their leg to pee on it or just walk through to sniff it or whatever. Dirt hole, it would pretty much be finished right now. Where this is a flat set I'm wanting to blend in, I'm going to take, here's my little hump on the back, I'm going to take whatever's around. If it was in a hay field, I'd use grass. I'm going to use a, whatever looks natural, pine cone and a little pile of leaves as a guide on this side. We got pine needles right here, leaf straw. You literally can't tell that trap is there. I'm just gonna come right here, right in the middle of this hump. Put a little punch hole, that's to hold the bait. And I'll put lure right here on top. And the idea is just for them to be coming down the road, veer off, and get caught right here. I'm gonna make my pine cone guide a little more robust. Right there's the pin of the trap. You literally can't even tell that's there. I've caught a bunch of coats in this exact set in this exact spot over the years, so we'll see if we can do it again. We're gonna go get some more set. Alright, we're over here at Grayson's set now. Mine is right there on that little hump. He punched in a beautiful little flat set here. You can see the path right through here. Sneaky set. Those are the kind of sets that coyotes are not at all intimidated by. I mean, that looks just like everything else around here. It's just gonna have some smell to get them to veer over, but it's a beautiful set. Goes right through there. We're gonna put a little bait and lure in his little hole right there and continue out the farm. It's a good looking set. What do you think?
I guess it's gonna be a cold remake, but I don't mind.
It is check day 3 on the ones we set this week. Check day 10 on the others. We are 3 traps in. We didn't show this spot. We just punched a couple sets in right here. It's close to the creek sets we've been checking. And Grayson caught a big old grumpy coyote. It is 18 degrees with a 20-mile-an-hour wind right now. It's quite miserable. So we're gonna get this remake done and get back in the warm truck. This one is mad. We're right on the creek right here. Literally right on the creek. This is the creek. Got a big bottom. And it goes up from here. It goes up that way as well. We're just down in the bottom, which makes sense on a extremely windy night. I'm about to freeze just videoing, so we're gonna get it taken care of. Try to do a remake without freezing to death and go check some more. It's actually off to about as good a start as we've had in a while. Alright, check day number 6. Grayson's making a little remake here. One thing I hadn't mentioned, I can show you on mine. The only negative about all this salt to keep it from freezing is all the deer tracks. Deer track, deer track, deer track, deer track, deer track. I don't know what the weather combination is, but last night all of a sudden this trap is like a salt lick for a deer. And they set off Grayson's. They didn't set off mine somehow, but seems like they won't bother it for a week, and then it's like the right combination of moisture and wind or whatever. Last night they came to them like it was a darn bait pile. But it didn't set mine off, it set his off. He's getting it rebedded. We've only checked a few, no visits yet, but not really surprised. We've just checked right here at the house where everything's slowed down anyway. Not to mention it's 55 degrees last night, so still don't have super high hopes, but next week this is what we're really looking forward to. Here a couple nights from now it's supposed to turn into winter again. But the new farm we set yesterday, we feel like we got a pretty good chance of something there tonight, so we'll see here shortly. Grayson's just rebedding the trap. Didn't even mess the setup. I just set the trap off and took off from there. I'm always worried when a cow or a deer comes to the salt on the trap, I'm gonna catch him by the tongue, but it hadn't happened yet, so hopefully it won't. He's gonna get this rebedded and pretty day. Don't feel like trapping weather, but it's pretty. Real pretty sunrise. 50 something degrees. Very comfortable, just not exactly what you want for doing this. Teeth shower. Grunt. Yep, that is a big old grumpy male there. That will do. Like I said last week when we set the first sets there at the house, first night coat in a foothold tells you you're doing it right. Especially when it's a big mature male like this. This ain't no pup here. Usually the older they are, the more aggressive they get too. He definitely fits that bill. We're gonna get him taken care of, reset it, and we've checked 2 of the 12 or whatever we set here, so pretty neat. We'll do the remake here in just a second. Alright, one thing we hadn't talked about is dispatching them. You can shoot them in the head, you can shoot them through the lungs. It's not like hunting, obviously. The shot is not the pinnacle. The pinnacle's catching him and coming up on him caught, so the shot is kind of just a harvest. We're not going to show a bunch of shots or anything, but usually if you shoot a coyote or a bobcat or fox or anything in the head, it's just a lot of blood you got to deal with on the fur and on the remake and everything. What we normally do is just shoot them right through the lungs, and it's like 10 seconds, just like a deer. And what you can do is they'll stand up, and when they fall over, you can just grab them by the tail and pull them out of the catch circle, and they'll bleed, 6, 8, 10 foot away from the trap instead of all over everything like they would if you shoot them in the head. Pretty good start. We got a whole trap line to check. First round of sets has got a pretty good looking otter in it, so we'll get back on the truck, see what else second to last day has got in store for us. Alright, that's it for check day 6. Been super slow, as you've seen. Weather's just been, sounds like I'm just making a bunch of excuses, but I've trapped for 15 years, and you never catch much when it's 50 degrees and damp at night, other than trash, coons, and possums. But it's been about right. Coyote every other day or something. Did catch a cat the first night, but very little visits, very little movement. It looks like I still got a bunch of cell cameras out and not much going on them either as far as predator movement. So we got high hopes. All we had today was a coyote, and had deer step in a couple sets, set them off. One ran over by a four-wheeler, and one was set off, and we don't know what caused it, but we got all them fixed, and I'm gonna go skin this coyote. It's supposed to turn into winter in a couple days, and things should be better, but we're still cranking away a few at a time. So we'll catch up with you tomorrow morning.